So there's an incident with Tommy Hill in practice, wasn't there? What happened?
No, he's just going through the turnover, the real fast turnover there, and he shut the throttle off. And I would describe to us, he as he shut the throttle off to brake, the bike carried on, and what had happened, his glove had bunched up on the throttle, and he'd not actually shut the throttle down, so he had to release the brake, get it rolled off, but then he's into the corner, and he's just loaded all the front up, and then the back end came round on him, and that was it.
So how's he doing? How's he looking for qualifying?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I mean, obviously he's beat up, when you've been off at about 125 mile an hour, and you get a little bit shaken about a bit, but I think he'll be good. Yeah.
And how's the bike as well? Have you had to swap a lot of the bike?
Yeah, we've had to rebuild the bike. I mean, she wasn't too bad, but I mean, everything like, what could be broken on the, all the little bits and pieces, footrests, brakes, handlebars, all those had to be replaced, bodywork, a couple of wheels, and but she's back okay now.
So how is the team feeling? Because my money was on Tommy to take it this weekend. Is he still strong or on the back foot now?
Yeah, no, he's still strong. He's really focused. He wants to get out there, put it on the front row. He'll be going for pole, definitely.
Cool. Good luck.
Cheers.
Just on the very first lap of this opening Swan roll for pole, we had an incident on the start and finish straight whereby the wheelbase Kawasaki of Adam Jenkinson managed to do itself no favours whatsoever. The bike was cartwheeling down the track. Adam Jenkinson was thrown from it. The good news is that Adam was treated by medics. He was standing up at the side of the track. He's been taken off to the medical centre just to get checked out, which is more than can be said for the wheelbase Kawasaki. That is decidedly second hand. So Adam Jenkinson and that wheelbase Kawasaki will not be taking any further part in Swan Combi 50 roll for pole. Once again, we've had a red flag. This time, Steve Hennigan, the Irish rider, we had a problem with the bike. Somehow it's ended up on fire, so they managed to sort that situation out. But then we got news that Alistair Seeley on the Relentless Suzuki had gone down as well. Just wheeled that bike back into the garage. There's a little bit of damage to it. Hopefully they can get it sorted out. They brought the garage door down because they don't want to see anybody working on that bike. So hopefully with about 30 minutes to go, as soon as we get this session underway, third time lucky, I guess. Well, the third time of asking, we're going to try and get this Swan Combi 50 roll for pole underway. A problem at the chicane when Michael Laverty dropped the Relentless Taz Suzuki has resulted in a rather large oil spillage, which has taken a little bit of time to clear up, but hopefully that situation is now under control. We are expected to go in the next 2 or 3 minutes to try and get these final 9 minutes to get this first part of the Swan Combi roll for pole sorted out. Time is pressing on. We are running round about an hour late, so we will need to get cracked on with things as quickly as possible, but hopefully we will see track action very soon.
It's the end of qualifying 1 and 2. It's a battle between Tommy Hill on his Suzuki and Michael Rutter on the Ducati. Big casualty, HM Plant Honda rider Kianari has fallen out. He's not going to be in the final session, that is a surprise. It's time now for the big boys to get out on track and decide who's going to be on pole for the race tomorrow. It's time for Swan Roll for Pole.
Beaker?
I know.
Blame Beaker.
I couldn't see the board.
Were you panicking?
Yeah, because I didn't know what time was that.
Tommy, they want you.
Go on then. But are they?
Okay, so let's start this morning. You fell off your bike. Jack was telling me that your glove got caught on the brake lever.
Basically, I went through the fast section, felt pretty comfortable, and I went into one of the faster left-handers, slightly faster, and basically as I rolled off, I touched the brake and then reached the apex where I needed to be, and before I knew it, the rear come round and launched me in the air. I think it was about 110, 115 miles an hour, so yeah, massive off, dusting myself off and thought, oh, you know, I'm lucky to get away with that. Just scrapes, bashes, bruises.
Let's have a look at your hand. This is the price you've got to pay for making history, because you've made history in the afternoon. You've gone the fastest lap by a mile. Did you have any idea why you were going around?
Right, basically what happened is you got a dashboard on your bike and we've got a few different switches on there, and the switch is on a different setting. So as I was doing my laps, I couldn't get my lap times. The lap times weren't put on the board either, just the fact that we always get them on the dash. I never got them on the dash. I just got my head down, stuck in a few laps, looked at the board, it said P1, and then after 2 laps, the boys in from the workshops basically just put out pit in. So I was thinking, right, what's that supposed to mean? They want to get a new tyre on? So I just carried on pushing and managed to stick it in pole. But when I come back in, I looked at the times in the garage. I was shocked I'd done a 14.3. It was yeah, it was cool.
Good. So you are fastest by a mile, and you've made history because it's the lap record has been broken by you today. But your bike had to be rebuilt after the crash. You're probably going to be a bit stiff in the morning. How's it all going to play out tomorrow?
Well, I don't want to sort of rest up too much. That's the problem. You know, earlier on before the qualifying, might have done me good actually. I was sitting in the truck watching the Formula 1 qualifying, and started to get a little bit cosy and a bit more relaxed in the truck, and I started to feel a little bit tired even before the start of the session. I think where you've taken such a big impact, the adrenaline's still going, and then it decides to go, and before you know it, you start to get tired, sore, bruised. But you know, the boys have done a fantastic job in the garage to get the bike mended, get it fixed. Because of the new one bike rule, I can't just come back to the garage, jump on my other bike and get going again. You know, the boys have to sort of pull their finger out and get the bike ready. So, in all, we are ready to rock and roll tomorrow.
Tommy Hill on pole, good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you, cheers.
Well, it's the end of the day here at Thruxton, and what a day it's been. We've had amazing weather, and we've also had a fantastic qualifying session. Tommy Hill breaking the lap record. Nobody's ever been quicker around here than Tommy Hill was today. Michael Rutter's just behind him on the Ducati, Stuart Easton on the Hondas in 3rd. And as that big blimp gets ready to leave, we're going to go too. We're off down the pub. We'll be back tomorrow for the race though, so see you then.